Welcome to Blind Spots with Bobby Bronze and Patrick Hughes.
All right, perfect. So, Blind Spots, episode 4, checking in.
Sir.
We've made 4 weeks now. Thanks to you. Appreciate it. If you haven't, just put it on play and just get the record, but still hit 5 stars and still like it and everything. New week, first week of April. Um,
Flying
how's the
by.
week?
The year's
How's the
flying.
week? How's the week gone for you?
It's cool. I'm on spring break right now. So I'm a teacher. School's out. But I'm still here. Not really. I didn't really make any plans for spring break. So I'm just chilling. I'm trying to get caught up on my movies. I watched Creed 3 a couple times. I need to go see John Wick still. But I just really been cooling it at the crib and self care, aka play 2K. um, that's really it. I just been chilling. Trying to get some reading done, playing, and that's really it. It's been a real chill week. In the gym a little bit, so everything's been cool.
That's
Can't
always good.
complain. How about yourself?
I
How
I
was the
remember
trip?
s- I remember sitting down being like, there isn't too many times where I have time off and I'm not planning something. Um, and
Yeah.
this goes, kind of goes into the trip. I left Saturday, just got back last night. Um, it was the West Coast is cool. I get why people want when they get their money, they want to live out there because like
Yeah.
I know a lot of people come to Florida for the weather, and I was there a few days and I was getting ready to say some things about LA weather versus Florida weather that the Floridians would probably kill me for, but I'll tell you this. It never got higher than 65 in April. I landed in Tampa International last night at 11 p.m. and it was 90 degrees outside. So
I
65
know.
was the high. I was out in West Hollywood spending money I shouldn't spend, and I saw the hills and people are when I heard something someone said like you get jaded as soon as you get off the plane at LAX, and
Yeah.
I've been to and this is just first world obviously. I've been to the Bape store in New York. I've been to the Bape store in LA. The Bape store in New York, it's whatever. It's Madison Avenue too. So this is like a nice fashion district, and they just are kind of, and nothing wrong with that. I like that. I like to put my AirPods on. I don't want to be fucked with. They're the same way. They only speak when they have to speak.
Right.
The one on Melrose in LA, hey, how you doing? What you from here? What's got you in town? Oh, you at WrestleMania? Where is that at? Oh, down there at SoFi? Oh, super dope. Oh, what size do you need? Yeah, we got 2X in the back. New York, do you have this in a 2X? Nah. Whatever we got on the racks, what we got. Dope. Okay, cool. So yeah, they were LA versus New York, and as far as the cities are concerned, like both cities, but the people were just nicer there. And then I did a little bit in Vegas on the way back. Uh, I didn't realize that Vegas got so windy. Our plane was landing, and it's a small plane from LA to Vegas, so it felt like it was landing
Right.
like sideways because it was like 35 miles per hour. The wind was like literally it felt like a fucking what they call it a typhoon, a monsoon, or whatever the fuck. Like it was blowing crazy, and when I woke up
Hello.
the last day, it was 38 degrees, and I'm like, this is nuts. But I guess that's what happens when you drop a place, um, a
I ain't
fucking
even lie, bro.
town right in right in the middle of the desert.
30 degrees sounds nuts for April. That's crazy to me.
Insane, insane. Also, to call back from last week, I did make it to the Supreme store in West Hollywood. Somehow I didn't go
How
to the
was that?
Supreme store in New York. Um, Supreme shouldn't be selling their shit for that cheap. I was actually shocked at that. Like as big of a brand
Yeah.
it is, like still selling T-shirts for $40. That seemed like a steal. Like 40, like
like feel like you're getting over on them.
yeah, like nowadays, if you can find a good shirt, like a good T-shirt, not like a basic T-shirt, but anything less than $50, you feel like, oh man, Stussy's not selling it less than 50. Amy's not
Came
selling
up.
it less than 50. Fucking Noah's not selling it for 50. I don't know who's selling a shirt less than 50, but Supreme, every shirt is $40. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I think even BBC is like 55 or 60. The Human
Exactly.
Made is 95. Like
Babe is
it
100.
might be 110 now. Yeah, so yeah, nah, that's unheard of. Hell, Russ, the Art of the Gibson is popping off at 50. So it's like that seems like the standard
Yeah.
price point is 50.
Yep. And I
But
was
I get
shocked.
it. I get it though.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to tell me a different price. I was like, hey, this shirt, I need it in this size. Yeah, $40. Okay. Any of these shirts, $40. Okay, dope.
Hmm.
So I did that and saw WrestleMania, obviously. And SoFi Stadium is just I'm obsessed with architecture of stadiums and just a beautiful place. So yeah, cool trip. But a lot of flying in the last 3 days, put a lot of miles on my body. So I took a nap.
Huh,
So I'm
chilling.
good. Yeah.
You back
But
to work tomorrow, or you got the rest of the week off?
nah, I'm working. I had this day off that was already built in. So I was like, whatever. Wednesday I have enough time to get right. Thursday and Friday's 2 days, whatever. No big deal. But yes.
Right.
All right. Jumping right into it. Let's see. So I ask you, this seems like a theme now. Do you want to go more serious, or do you want to go more uh, light?
Let's have some fun. Let's go light first and let's
Okay.
ombre this thing light to dark.
Okay. Cool. All right. So light. This is where I'll start with light, at least. Um, for everyone that tried to tell me that I wasn't eclectic enough, which I actually think I am, who told me that I just didn't get it, who I just didn't understand. This nigga's a genius. Season 3 of Donald of Atlanta, it wasn't good, and I'll stand on that. And it was so bad that I still haven't finished season 4, and maybe season 4 is better, and maybe sometime I'll get around to it. But finally, Donald Glover came from his shelter and gave us an interview where he even says that it's not very good. I feel vindicated, though I really don't give a fuck what niggas be talking about. But I feel vindicated because it was like, hey, if he agrees, and he tried to compare it to Quentin Tarantino. I was like, yeah, he does 2 good things, and then he's got one bad thing, and I was like, okay, yeah, but he knows it. Um, yeah, I didn't that shit didn't go over my head. Sometimes art just don't hit, and it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
It's
not judging you.
okay.
Sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses. We've all missed. This is why I get dressed way before you see it on Instagram. I stand in front of this mirror that's back here, and I say, and I put my dog on the couch and I consult with my dog and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And a lot of times she's like, that ain't it. And then once we figure it out, once we get together on it, then it's like, all right, then the world can see it. But it goes through a process. And sometimes the process ain't it. And this wasn't it.
Hey, sometimes the dog gets it wrong. Sometimes the dog gets it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the thing, bro. Yeah, to everybody that tried to tell us that we were not eclectic enough. Everybody said we some eclectic ass niggas, but we get shit. We understand how art works. And I think the thing is that I was like nobody is saying that it's not good. Nobody's saying that it's not, quality as far as like it's shot well. The old Vince Staples standard. Is it mixed well? Does it rhyme? Blah, blah, blah. Like all that. Then the rest of it is just your opinion. Yes. But there is such thing as like a general consensus right? And there is a thing that's like, we do kind of have this standard of what came before it to base this off of. Not we just being dickheads about it. Yeah, it looks beautiful, and if this wasn't a show called Atlanta, where the first 2 seasons they were in Atlanta and everything else that happened, happened. Also, had he not taken some years off before he gave us this bullshit ass season, maybe we would have maybe we had a different opinion. But at the moment, it's doo doo. And he's like going to, and like him saying that, admitting it, and that right there is like, okay, well, yeah, that's all I needed. That's all I needed. I didn't need it, but now that I have it, thank you, Donald. Thank you. But even then, he tried to like backtrack and was like, oh well, I'm thinking that are we at that place yet where black people, where black creatives can make that? It's like, no, bro. And not that I think it's bad. No, you think it's bad. You think it's bad. And it's fine. Just say it. Yeah, I could have did better on that one. It's okay. We're gonna support for the next one, I promise.
Yeah, you know what? In that, I think as far as black creators are concerned, I think there obviously should be more latitude for them to fuck up. But like you said, like there was a precedence already set in season 1 and 2, and I'm not so upset about it not being shot in Atlanta. But like there was a gap between
Yeah.
like in season 2, he was like just kind of getting on, like signing the deal, I believe, and then season 3, he's already on
Right.
tour. So like there's it was almost like the difference with like the
World
space
tour.
between Snowfall season 4 and Snowfall season 5. I don't know if you watched that, but like we didn't know who Franklin's lady was, and it was like, but now he's engaged and she's pregnant, and we didn't even know he had anyone. And then right in season 5, it's like, well, we probably should know something. And then so like and then like not having like it felt like 1 and 2 were connected into this story, and then 3 just was kind of dropped, and
Bingo.
it's random.
Bingo.
And then not even just that. It's like it didn't even follow the story. It was like one episode goes to the story and then something random, and then another episode goes to the story and it's something random, and then and then it was just kind
And
of
then
all over the place.
so he built it into like an anthology series, and it's like I'm not mad at it. I watch them. I watch shows where it's a different thing every episode. I don't have any problem with it. Just the fact that it wasn't done well. Like it just wasn't done well. And it's not even like all the episodes that were, maybe if you isolate it and you watch, the Kevin Samuels episode by itself, maybe it's good on its
Exactly.
own. But
Yep.
sandwiched in between the baguette episode and some other I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like it's too much. It's too much. And also the trauma of it all. The black trauma of it. I don't play well in spaces that like I don't have a need to do this like science. I don't like the science fiction racism fan fiction shit. Like I don't like what if those kids that kid that hugged the cop during the protest? Well, we all know how the story ended, and his adopted family, he was murdered with his adopted siblings by these 2 white activists. What if they escaped? Yeah, I don't need that shit. Like I don't need to think. That's not entertainment for me. Like that whole thing, and then even in the Kevin Samuels thing, before there's like a commercial break before then, and like you think that the kid got shot. I don't need anything reminding me that niggas was getting shot. I don't need it. So then it's like, what are we here for? So just the space that he likes to play in is a space I don't like to be in. So off the rip, I'm kind of already rubbed the wrong way. I don't really trust him, but we'll get into that later.
And it's not smart.
We'll get into that now.
It's not smart. And before you get into hold the thought, because I don't want you to lose it, because I know where you're going.
Yeah.
If I think there's a way to do like if there's a point that you're trying to get across, like, and that to me was what frustrated me the most with having a conversation with people about the show and that season was like people are trying to. I think I'm pretty deep, and not like in a facetious kind of way or a patronizing kind of way, but like I think sometimes people are like fake deep and like they try to do too much with like art, so much so that like we kind of lose like the entertainment. And so like there's a way to do both where like you can like something that's like satirical, but like if it's not entertaining and it's also the point is not clear, like the whole shit is a wash. Like
Exactly.
even if you gave me the point, because that episode you're talking about, I don't even understand what the point that was. It's just to be like, what if? It's like I don't play in hypotheticals. Like
I don't need racial what ifs, bro. I don't need it. I don't need it's cute. It's cute when Disney Plus do it. It's nice when Marvel do it. I don't need it on the racism spectrum. Like that's why as glad as upset as I am that you know, Lovecraft Country got canceled, I'm I wasn't like upset knowing that what they were gonna do was, well, what if white people were the black people? Like I don't need it. Like I'm all right. I don't want to do that. And one of the reasons I don't trust Donald Glover, I'm gonna save the Umar. I'm gonna save the Umar. I'm gonna save it. I'm saving. I might circle back around once once we'll see if we do this John Majors update or not. I might circle back around. I don't know. But one of the reasons is just because when like you said, when the entertainment and the message gets lost, when both of those things get lost, it gets tough to understand what the real purpose is. So I feel like a time and one of the reasons that I feel like that is because you have these two artists, and I don't know if I talked about this last episode or not. But we'll do two similar artists: Jordan Peele, Donald Glover. Jordan Peele makes Get Out, it's a movie in which we play in racial hypotheticals. It's entertaining enough. It's a space I don't really like being in. It's kind of like you tell me we're gonna make a movie about Revenge of the Body Snatchers with white people and black. I don't really want to see it. I'm not interested in it. But I want to go see it because I know that if we do not support these things, then
you will get
we
another
will not get it.
opportunity.
You want opportunities to make all the other shit you want to make. So then that stops random acts of flyness and whatever the fuck else is going on, right? That stops everything. So cool with that. Go support it. It's actually a good movie. At the end of it, you think it's some fuck shit finna go down. Okay, he finna get caught up on killing all these white people and they finna light his ass up. No, it's Lil Rel. It's Lil Rel. Everybody's like, oh shit, thank God. Why? Because we don't have to play in this traumatic space. And I think that's what he was attempting to do.
And you know what?
The whole
real quick, I was in the theater and I was like, I wanted him to get arrested because I was like, yes, not a happy ending. Like, like not
see,
like.
see if I would have thought it was, if I would have been like, oh, he's gonna get arrested, damn, I would have hoped for a sequel where they break this nigga out of some shit. I don't fucking know, but
That's an
if it would have
alternate
been a
ending
situation
too.
where they lit this nigga up, that's the thing. I'm like, all right, cool. I will take that. On the special features on the DVD, you know what I'm saying, not a bonus content on streaming, I'll take it. And I think that's where he was trying to go with it, but it just didn't. The space that you're playing in is so traumatic. Like, we talking about kids that got murked. Like, and Karina was telling me about like she listens to this podcast called Cognac and Conspiracies, in which they do like a kind of a deep dive on it. And it's like drunk history, but it's a little bit more accurate. But yeah, they did like kind of a deep dive on it. It's basically like how the system just failed them, like how one of them had already been locked up for beating on the kids, and the teachers had called and all this stuff, and there were so many like things that were put in place to make sure that these kids were safe, and it didn't happen. They shouldn't even been with them in the first place. The kids, I think, were from like Texas, move them all the way to Minnesota. There's no reason that this should have happened in the first place. So I think that the space that we're playing in is too serious for you to be playing. But all that being said, that's kind of why I don't trust him, and I'm glad it helps me to trust him a little bit, knowing that he also is like, that shit was kind of mid. And it's like, thank you. So tell all your supporters that, hey, you know what? It's mid, but I'm allowed to make mid because I'm a black creative. And all these other people get to make mid and still cook. We're not trying to take you out of the kitchen. We're just trying to keep you on your square, bro. That's all it is. We are not trying to take you out. We want you to keep creating and keep making shit. Just be a little bit more thoughtful in how you execute it. Cause you still ain't watched Swarm yet, did you?
No, and I was about to say he's a part of that too, right?
Yeah, that's his shit. And he's working. I think he said in the same interview he talked about working with Malia Obama on her first movie or movie she's trying to get made. So we're gonna see some more shit from that team and more shit from him, of course. And I'm excited too. I just want there to be a little bit more thought into
Yeah.
how things are portrayed or for the purpose behind them. Like if it's just entertainment, then just entertain us. If there's a thought behind it and there's a message you want to get across, figure out how to get the message across while also entertaining us. Don't drop one for the other or go too much one way and whatever. Just do the shit. What's the nigga that made Sorry to Bother You? I forgot his name, but that guy
Oh, Boots or something like
purely
that.
yeah. I was about to say Bootsy Collins, but Boots something. Yeah, you're right. Boots Riley, I think it is. Hilarious, completely at left field. Don't make no shit, like the wildest shit I have seen in a minute. But ultimately, I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. So there's ways that can be done, and I think he's done it before in the previous season, and I don't think he would have a problem doing it again. I just think it might be that success shit when it's like, are you too hot to kind of give a fuck about what everybody says? You hear it, but I'm too important to give a fuck or to like adhere to it. Everybody just kind of does this thing where they say, well, the internet's not real. It's like, nah, bro, like it's people behind here that's really telling you this shit
Yeah.
to help you improve.
And I'm here. I'm here for self reflection and self awareness and just holding yourself accountable. So I think with him actually acknowledging that it wasn't very good, um, like you said, it makes me want to trust him even more. Just simply because
Exactly.
I know he's not gonna dabble into that in that way without being like very careful that it's actually going to be something good. So that actually makes me want to watch Swarm even more. Not to say that I didn't want to watch it. I just hadn't.
No, you
Sometimes I
wanted to watch it.
yeah. Sometimes I log out. Nah, but sometimes I log into apps and then I forget what the fuck I'm supposed to be watching because there's other stuff that pops up. But there's so many. I just need
They
everything to go back to
recabled us.
cable. Yeah, I need everything to go
Yeah,
back.
they recabled us. And exactly. I need one box that has everything. And you pick it for me. I don't want to be in charge of this shit anymore. Let me just flip to a channel. I'm watching whatever's on it. If the Netflix channel from 2 to 10 is playing Love Is Blind, I'm off the Netflix. We're gonna see what's on the HBO Max channel. But
And then for me,
y'all gotta pick it for me. Y'all schedule my shit.
I'm just gonna hit record and just let it sit there. And then when I come back to it, I'm like, oh, I got everything I'm supposed to watch. I got to keep up with Apple TV and then Amazon and then
Apple TV got
Peacock.
some good shit, man.
They are man. They must use different cameras over there. Like those, everything just looks so crisp. Everything looks. I saw a documentary. It
Shot
was
all off
on.
an iPhone.
I saw a documentary. It was on like 20 years from 9/11, I think, or something like that, and it had like all the major players in it, and they just looked like I was like, did they shoot this bitch on 12K? Like I've seen this footage before, and why does it look crisper?
Glass every time. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess there's two ways to go with this now. Actually, now that I mention it, because I just literally mentioned presidency. So there's one way we can go, or we could continue with John Majors. Either way, you tell me.
John Majors is gonna be quick, so we'll save that for in the middle of
Okay.
something. Let's go president. Let's do that
Okay. All right. So unless you guys were living under a rock, the biggest news of the weekend was the women's national championship. And before we get into the shenanigans, congratulations to Louisiana State. Shout out to them. I've been to Baton Rouge before.
Yeah.
Their campus is right in the hood. Beautiful campus, but the bottom is
In the hood.
you could throw a basketball and hit the bottom. It's literally right there. There's a Pete
Damn.
Maravich and Shaquille O'Neal statue right over this way. Jimmy Swaggart, Jimmy Swaggart's church is this way, and then the bottom is over here. It's literally, it's crazy. Jimmy Swaggart owns like 90% of that town. Feels a little nasty, televangelist, but it is what it is. But anyway, shout out to Louisiana State. Shout out to the Bayou Barbie. Um, I don't even want to get
Bayou
so
Barbie.
I don't even want to get so serious about it because it could get that way. But yeah, there was a lot of people that lost their shit. There was a lot of bad faith actors like Dave Portnoy that was doing Dave Portnoy shit. And by the way, uh, something for you niggas that engage in things that are barstool because I see a few of you niggas, and I don't know, man. It's something about y'all niggas.
We're
I
all
don't want
lying in the sand.
to. I don't want to put
Stand up for something,
I don't
nigga.
want to. I don't want to put my finger on why all you niggas remind me of the same. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular. So please untighten the panties. I'm not talking about anyone. I promise you. And it's not even people I know. I'm just saying I see people that retweet it, or I see it like not even retweet because Twitter does this thing where they just throw shit that you may like. I'm like, why the fuck would
Oh,
you think?
what is that?
Why would you think I want to see anything from this guy? But I, I was off him when he had black people together and some black faces from Twitter that I recognize doing like a sit down or a Zoom during the pandemic, and they called it like nigger with a hard ER, but it was like an acronym, and they didn't even know it was named that. So all these people are together having an actual serious conversation, and then it was named
Nigga,
that,
what?
and then they all had to like come back and be like, "Yo, I didn't know nothing about this." I think that dude Dragonfly Jones was a part of it. But like they was like, I didn't know this is what this was going to call it, and I was like, man, he got like 4 to 6 black people together, and and had them talking about something serious, and they named it that, and they put them in a weird position, and I was like, that's foul. Gillian Wallow, that's the reason I'll never listen to the podcast. Shout out to y'all. I love that y'all getting money. Y'all drive really nice cars, but I cannot uh engage in no amount of dollar worth of game because it's got that stupid ass logo there. I don't like the way they tweet. I don't like none of that shit. So with that being said, I see the shit. Whatever. Dave Portnoy going Dave Portnoy. But I like talking shit when I play basketball. This is from someone that hoops every week, multiple times a week.
I
And
was
I
gonna
don't
ask
I
you about that.
never initiate. However, it seems like my shot making just gets this much better when someone starts with me. Like, okay, you started with me, now my mechanics are tight. And you know what? Now I'm gonna
Yes,
let you
sir.
hear it. And I'm a nice guy, but if you start with me, I'm gonna let you hear it. But to me, it's just all fun. It's all fun. I don't look at it as anything else. Sometimes people get mad, and I get it. I understand why you would get mad, but
Can't
um,
take it.
it's it's literally all fun with me. So what I did appreciate was that the two women that actually had I wouldn't even want to call it beef or anything, but like they had their talks.
Right.
They both were like, "It is what it is. This is how we play the game, and this is what it is." Everyone else, I guess, made it into something that was bigger. Um, wasn't really that big. A lot of people just could not let go of their own biases. Joe Biden being one of them, uh, inviting the losers. No, stay at home.
Yeah. I will never. Um. Never gonna be surprised when white people doing shit that I assume white people do anyway. Like, so them being like upset, like them being upset about this shit. I was like, yeah, okay, this is on brand. This is on brand. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be upset when you do some shit that they just praised somebody else for doing. Exactly what they do every time, and especially when we got somebody that's gonna be that's their next darling. Oh no, they finally got them one. You know, it's been a long time since what Diana Taurasi,
Yeah.
and what's the we might have two others in between that are nice, but not on that level. So what she's doing, they finally got them another one. We got Candace Parker every couple years popping out the woodworks. Like we got talent to root for. They kind of don't. So if they see theirs getting smacked up and taunted at, then I understand why they would feel away. Especially I understand that being white. The hilarious thing is I remember the Don Imus nappy headed hold shit. I remember it vividly. Like I remember it. And I remember it not being a big deal until it was. And it was like he said it and it circulated around. I think everybody actually like it clicked. Like I think when the team was like, "Hey, what the fuck? You can't talk about," like that's when everybody was like, "Oh no, this is not okay." Blah 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 blah. But he said it and he kept rocking. Like it's not that it was because he did get backlash eventually, and I think he even had to. I don't know if he had to get off the air or if he was just suspended or what, but he had his issues because of it. But at the end of the day, I remember this, and this was like almost 17 years ago. Like it was almost 20 years ago at this point. So they do it. They do it. White people do what they do. They shit on you when you do the same shit they was doing. It don't fucking matter. That's the name of the game. Let them have it. There's no point in even getting up in arms or mad about it. Whatever. Hopefully we don't Sha'Carri Richardson her. Because I feel it coming. And honestly, when you was talking about Jill Biden, a little bit of it kind of popped out where it was like,
We'll go to the Obamas.
She might do herself right here. She might catch Black Twitter might like, hold on, we don't even like Jill like that. Like, you never know. You never know. So I was just praying that it didn't happen to her. But I don't know what the fuck Jill Biden's talking about. Jill Biden don't have no power to invite nobody to no damn White House for no championship meeting. She's the first lady. She's not the vice president. It's not a call that necessarily she'll get to make. Now, if she wants to go visit them or have them come somewhere else, that's fine. If she wants to meet them at the White House, that's cool. They ain't gonna meet Biden. They ain't gonna meet Joe.
They not bringing no jersey.
So like,
they ain't bringing no jersey.
That's not the one that's gonna get hung up and signed by everybody and put in the National Registry. It's not happening. That's not the one that's going. It's okay. It's okay, y'all. Jill did what she was supposed to do. Jill was upset because Bayou Barbie said they ain't let Jill in the locker room before the game. So Jill was just giving them the same energy. That's all that was. So no need to get upset with Jill. And Black people, please do not get upset with Bayou Barbie. Because she about to nig on a level that we have not seen in a minute. She is about to go in. She's about to.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm like, she earned it. She won. I'm okay with her talking her shit, especially in a sport where niggas talk shit. Like that's the greatest motherfuckers talk shit. Even Braun talk shit. Even though his shit talking is more like, hey bro, you wasn't doing that shit talking last game. Like, even if that's his shit talking is telling people to stop shit talking before I drop 40 on your head. Like, everybody does it. So there's no need in getting upset with her for being too cocky. Black people, white people, I don't have nothing to say for you. You rock. You do your thing. Black people, let's be kind to each other.
I do find that ironic that the most conservative people who like to call like progressives like snowflakes are like upset that she pointed at her ring finger and she told her that gave her the same treatment. I do find that ironic because it's like old girls was not upset about it, and guess what? I will follow you. Like here's me. I'm petty when I play ball. Like I will hunt the matchup. Like if you were talking shit, and I know you guys are switching, I'm running the screen and roll with your man. Like tell your guy, let's set me a screen so we can switch off. So now you can be the one that's in front of me, and we can figure this out like this. Because now it's just you and I. Don't hide on screens. Don't try to sit back door. Oh, I'm gonna make a pass your way. I'm gonna let you hear about it. Like this happens to me quite a bit actually, and I'm always pretty reserved. And it happened to me like a month ago at the court. and I hit the game winner on somebody, some step back, like 18 foot. And earlier in the game, he had said something to me like, "Oh, I'm not worried about him. I'm the reason why we're back." And then when I scored, I let him hear it, like, "You're the reason why they lost." And like everyone, after I was talking shit to him, they were like, "Man, I've never like, what's up with you? I've never heard this." Well, he started with me, but like we were not fighting about it. Like
I
it kind
can't
of
I
is what
can't
it
do it,
is.
bro.
Oh no, I love it.
I don't
Oh,
got
I
it in me,
love it.
bro.
I love.
I am
Oh,
like I maybe it's because I can't back it up. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
okay.
just big, so I'll turn it into football. That's just the way. Like I can't do shit about it. And you start talking shit to me.
The funny thing is,
No, now the thing is, what I can
I'd
play
put you in the
defense.
position to, I'd put you in the position to win. Like if I was playing with you on my team, and it would be a situation
Yeah,
like that, I would just tell you, like I'd come down the court and I'd just tell you to lock eyes with me, and I'd probably just run you through the baseline, just back and forth on the baseline, because eventually it's going to open up. Because no one's going to want to
yeah.
chase you the whole time. And I'd find you, and you'd get an easy layup, and then boom, you've got 4 points already. We're playing at 12. Four points
But
out of
that's literally
12.
my game.
That's if you
That's
score 4 points out of 12. That's 33%. In a real game, that's like dropping 40. Really, like you just dropped 40 just because you got open. Like, and you can make a layup. Hey,
right, like
there it is.
that's it. I got a motor. I'm physical. I got a little bit of defense, but I'm literally like I'm basically like if Pat Bev had like Luka Doncic's like demeanor, like I'm not gonna make no real highlight moves. And when a shot go in, I'm probably going like I'm not gonna celebrate for real in front of nobody because I don't want nobody to be like this bitch ass nigga. So I just quietly go to my guy Kyrie and be like I made it. Like I'm just nah. I don't get down. I can't take nobody talking shit to me. Like everybody knows it. So generally when I play with friends, when I play with my friends, they'll be like, "Hey, nah, don't let's be my bad, Pat." Like I ain't like because they know like the only thing that it'll trigger in me is like I just be mad, and now I'm just gonna do the other shit that I know how to do and just bowl you the fuck over. So I'm like, yeah,
Understood.
that's just the. I try to stay clear of all trash talk. I try my best to just. I'm not gonna say shit. Hopefully, you won't say shit. I'm just gonna try to do my job. If some shit go my way, I'm gonna smile to my friends. That's gonna be it. I ain't gonna say shit to you about it. But I know that has no bearing on what I think other people should be able to do. I
Mhm.
know I can't do it, so I shut the fuck up.
Yeah, understood. And I appreciate that because I'm the same way, except if they start, then I'll keep going. Now, let's see. Shout out to LSU and
Yeah,
last thing,
congratulations, ladies.
on that. I was in a restaurant in LA. It's called Blood Souls. It's a black owned restaurant. They do barbecue, and like how you're talking about, like white people were like excited about them having like a protagonist to root for. I was in that
Yeah.
restaurant and I heard too many cheers for Iowa when they were scoring. Like that picture of like I think it's Donald Duck
Hell
laying in the bed and he's like that's me at the bar. Like I'm
yeah.
what LSU is up? Why are you guys so excited? But anyways, white people like barbecue too, I guess. So let's see. Now, when I was in Vegas, I was sitting in the hotel because it was too fucking windy to walk down the strip for the most part. So I do try to stay as up with the times and news as I can, and I guess it's kind of a big deal. And this really, I'm not even huge into politics, but I understand it. But Donald Trump got
Right.
indicted. I I have friends for like each thing, right? And so my political buddy, I talk to him, and he's not even really political, really. He swears I'm more politically active than him, but I don't believe it at all. But we were talking about it when I was sitting on the plane too, and yeah, I guess this is unprecedented. I don't really have any in-depth analysis for you guys. I do think you cannot be paying people to do anything that's not campaign related and then lie about it. Like I understand people think like people are calling it like a witch hunt, Like that would imply like this person is not a witch, but like what if they doing witch shit? Like if they doing witch shit, it's not a witch hunt. You just found a witch. Like this is what a witch looks like. You're doing witch things. Stop witching, and we will leave you alone.
Mm,
So,
mm. Mm. What a concept! You
so
actually did some. You sir are a criminal.
yeah, not
You
above
did
the
you
law.
did a criminal.
Yeah. So I don't know. Uh, anything big on this outside of the fact that I think it is pretty funny that you tried to pay hush money um, to a sex worker just because you were embarrassed when it almost feels like you could it would have costed less than 100,000. Maybe that's misogyny, but like I feel like that's like the most expensive, you know, sex ever.
Fucking
Like 100 grand.
tell you right now, bitch.
I don't
I'm
know
telling you right now.
what's the
I
going
remember
rate.
about 4 years ago. About 4 years ago. It's 2013, it's 2023. This is probably about 2017, 2018. So a little more than 4 years ago. I remember Cherokee Diaz, legendary Cherokee Diaz, posted, and Fox Reynolds also posted it. Date
Oh,
information.
price. I seen some other. I think this was a thing because a few other ones were posting it too.
This is before. This is pre-pandemic. This is pre-pandemic.
Yeah,
Back when it was safe to go do whatever. It wasn't safe, but it was. They was getting it
yeah,
in. They had the book. They had the booking rates, and it was based on dates. It wasn't like whatever. It wasn't just to come and do an event. It was booking, and they had it out. So their shit was only like 400, 500.
nah,
Four
nah.
five hundred
I ain't
for
gonna
a
hold
couple
you.
hours.
When I saw the list, because it was like a list, and it was like some of them had different demands. Like it needs to be in a hotel, it needs to be in whatever, whatever. And I remember
It
looking
had,
at the
it's
prices,
gonna
and I
cost
was
you a little
like,
bit more than five.
I was like, this doesn't feel unattainable.
I can afford it.
I was like,
It made
if
me.
I really needed to, if I really wanted to, rather, not needed to, but you know, I can swing it.
If my situation wasn't my situation, my situation wasn't my situation,
And I just
and
happened to be in
I don't
Vegas.
know. I, let's say, look, check it. I throw an event. I throw an event. What if I want a date for that event? And what if I want my date to the event to be none other than the Roxy Reynolds?
The GOAT.
Why not? Why not? I feel like I don't know. Maybe this is the arrogance coming in, but I feel like I could pay the just regular date price and charm my way into some activities. Who knows? Maybe not. But I know for a fact payday was Friday, and my bank account looks better than it normally does. I got a little extra. It don't cost that much. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
And I just don't think $100,000 is. I don't like. That's the. I don't even think if they were doing what Kanye was suggesting, girls be acting like it's diamonds in their coochie. I don't even think it would be worth it if that was the case. If that was going on, it's 100,000, 100.
Yeah.
My brother, it's gotta be more out there. It's gotta be more in the world than that. And if you're gonna do it, like rich people really don't spend their own money. That's crazy to me. Like at first it's credit cards, but then it's campaign finances. Like,
OPM.
you
And
just
Lindsey
don't.
Graham.
Okay, loans.
And Lindsey Graham, you should be ashamed of
You start
yourself, God damn it.
decrying.
You should be a goddamn South Carolina. You got Lindsey Graham and Tim Scott. You guys are in the type of hell that I can't even wish on my worst enemy. Like them guys are the worst. Tim Scott, you are the
Bro,
worst. You're absolutely bad. I'm ashamed of you. And Lindsey Graham, come on, get off your knees, brother. Come on, stand up. Stand
wipe your
up.
mouth, brush your teeth.
Jesus. His mouth looking like Dannon. Like, what's up with you? Lindsey Graham. And look, if you into that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? I have no smoke with whatever you like to engage in, and if as long as you're being safe, do what you got to do. But goddamn, brother, in front of
Yeah,
everybody,
them boys not being safe, bro. Them boys
no,
not being safe at
Jesus,
all. Like, yeah, I want better for y'all, man. I want better for y'all.
you got to be a
Divorce that.
grandpa
It's
acting like
over.
that. Imagine if that was your grandfather on TV. Come on, son. They're gonna talk about your grandkids in
Hey,
school.
oh my God, did you see Van Jones, bro? Van Jones with the he
After they
looks
caught Van
sad. He looks
Jones
like
on that,
somebody sad.
after they caught Van Jones on that mic in that in the Jewish dinner,
Oh
selling us out.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I had to get. Yeah, I was done. I was already kind of done with Van, but after that, I was like, yeah, you wild. Yeah, you wild.
And it wasn't, bro. It's really strange to me how this man is still. How are you still working? Like who keeps making you the voice
Boy,
for niggas?
Amazon. He hit him 100 million. That's why he ain't got shit to do.
Bezos?
Yeah, didn't he give him like 100 million? No, it wasn't Bezos. It was somebody. No, it was Bezos. I feel like Bezos said he wanted to give Van Jones $100 million or something. And I was like, shout out to Van
See,
Jones.
get it how you live, brother.
He
But
been
get
wilding
off
ever
of
since.
TV. Get off of TV, bro. I don't care no more. Ever since Trump got in, this man has just been like, we should give him a shot. Well, I think in that moment he sounded presidential. I think like, oh my God, he crying when Biden. We don't have to explain things to it. Like, bro,
Yeah,
what
that
are you
was hard.
doing?
That was hard because it was hard. The hardest for
What?
me because it wasn't like I was defending Biden or anything, but it was like, all right, bro, like he's not changing the world, and you can say this is barely a win, but like for you to
God,
like
bro.
all the people that I think that are like black conservatives, like and whether they identify that as themselves or not, but I can tell from certain things that they say that they're definitely more conservative than most. They were all like, see, y'all vote for this and do whatever you do, and it's like, yeah, it probably doesn't. I could argue with you all day why these things are not 1-to-1, but when Van Jones goes on TV and starts crying, it's like I don't know if I can defend that shit. I'm not quite on as far as where you guys are, but yeah, yeah, and I don't
Mm-mm.
I get
Mm-mm.
get pretty deep into politics at times. Um, and the right does feel like a death cult a lot. Um, I don't know if I'm
And
crying for the
no,
left, but there's that.
not not crying. You got the boy got 34 counts. He deserved it. He earned every one.
Shout out to him.
Uh,
I hope it was worth it.
Adios. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, when he get out, let me know. He'll be all right. He gonna get out. He might not even go for it. He gonna have it
Yeah,
on his record, but he might not even go for it. So but whatever. Once it's all said and done, you've been found out. You paid her for it. Just let us know after you get done with everything that has to do with this, if it was worth it. That's all I want to know.
gotcha. Real quick, before the last thing, um, John Majors. I don't think there was any updates because I don't. I just want to double back. I just do that. They are kind of it got quiet, so it does seem like somebody pushed something.
So we talked about it before they dropped the text message.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh
so
yeah,
for
we didn't
me,
talk about. I'm sorry, we didn't
no,
talk about the text.
we didn't talk about the text messages. So I'll let you go. I'll let you go. But you saw the text messages. What were the thoughts after the text messages dropped?
Okay, okay. So same buddy I talked about the political shit. I sent it to him. I said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Didn't say anything. I said, "What do you think about this?" He's, "I'm a little confused," and I was like, I read this for a few times, and I was like, "Okay." I read it the first time. I was like, "Okay, what am I looking for?" I read it the second time. I was like,
Bro.
"Is this supposed to be exoneration?" And then I read it the third time, and I'm like, "Oh, he's fucked." Like, I'm reading it, and I'm like, and you know what
I just give.
the temperature check was for me, that I didn't see the normal bad faith actors that I normally see on my timeline say that he was innocent. I didn't see anything about that. I just seen nothing. And this was supposed to be like we're gathering all this information so that we can exonerate him. He's looking forward to putting the video out,
The
getting a
first
written
piece.
statement, all this other stuff. And so now we've gotten a screenshot from what appears to be an iPad, just because that's how the iMessage looks on an iPad from time to time. And I was reading it, and the part that stood out, I think she said, I told them that I shouldn't have grabbed your phone and that I was the reason for the fight or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, like, what? Your attorney put this out? I'm like, Tory Lane said this is Tory Lane's attorney.
And I felt this was the one where I was like, all that shit I felt about, and I understand why niggas didn't want to admit that they got it wrong with Tory Lane. So that shit, I was like, no clips from the last episode about us and Jonathan Majors, no clips. It's like, nigga, it was one where I was just like, damn, bro, like, this is not what you thought it was. Did you just say another text? Is there something else happened before this that we are missing out on? Do we need something else that can show us that you did not do this? Because this definitely says you did it. Like, this says you did it, and I didn't know they was gonna lock you up. Like,
Yeah,
it's like, bro, this is actually in the abuse handbook. That's actually the script
yeah,
that
like
they
literally,
say.
like first and second one, it's right there. It's like, yeah, we gonna tell them that I was tripping, and that's why you did what you did. And what we trying to tell you is
with
that
with
you're a victim. Like you don't
with
deserve
her
that.
with her laceration.
Like,
With her laceration. No, it was me. It was me. And it's like we just got a text message version of that. It was me. It was me. I'm sorry. It's like, yo, sir. And then after that, I went and watched Creed 3. And I was like, oh, he did it. So I watched Creed
he
3.
did that
And
shit.
there was a scene. Just his whole character. But the scene where it was him and Creed was fighting, and this nigga said he had got like hit once or twice, and then nigga said, I was like, oh nah. It's like this nigga did it. It's like, yeah, nah. I was like, damn, bro, you really come on, man. And once again, I'm just talking myself into a hole here, but once again, I was just like, all right, well, lock this nigga up for a couple of years, let's get it over it, man. Get this shit over with, man. I'm trying to get this nigga back out. Let's get him. Do process this shit. Get him in, get him out. I want to engage in this nigga's art, so I need you to go ahead and levy whatever you're gonna levy against him. So I can get back to enjoying this nigga. Because right now, I feel like I gotta put an asterisk next to it or like be closeted about it, as I say on the podcast. I'm like, no, I gotta like, I'll be hush hush about it. Nigga, I'm finna rewatch Lovecraft too to see if this nigga was beating my motherfuckers too. Now I just gotta rewatch all John Major shit to check.
I think I forget who said it. I think maybe it was Chris Rock who said it, but I don't remember exactly. But someone had mentioned like it only be room for one of them at a time. And like every time I hear shit like that, I'll be like, man, whatever, nigga, I ain't hearing that. And then I'm like, all right, it was his time. Like this was his time, and now we gonna get him out the way. And then somebody else said, I forget who said it, but it was like, I guess this is time for Aldous Hodge. I guess we could just go ahead and slip him right up in there.
Don't want him.
Not a fan.
Don't want him. He cool, but nah, it's the same shit. Captain America. It's Captain America. I don't want. It's your boy, the weird. I forgot his name. The weird smiling nigga. The dueling dragons nigga.
Oh, Anthony Mackie.
Yeah. Anthony Mackie been around for a long time.
I didn't mean switch him for the character.
Nope.
I meant switch him just like he's the black
guy
now.
I'm saying, but he already have a superhero character in which he be getting his ass beat, which led me to be like, I don't want it. I don't care about nothing else you got going on. But you using this movie with The Rock getting your ass beat. Like I don't care about shit. I don't care about shit else you got going on.
That's how my
parents
feel about the new or the more recent version of 007. It was like, man, he get his ass beat too much. Like,
oh yeah, he be getting. Oh no! Oh, I'm
Daniel Craig.
Oh no! More blood! Fox. I'm doing the racism to my boy Aldous. Because literally, that's why I love 007. I was like, hell yeah, he don't just. I love movies where they get their ass kicked a little bit. No, fuck that. If you black, you gotta beat niggas' ass. You can't
That's
get your
fair.
ass beat if you black, bro.
That's
Like,
fair.
I just don't want to see nobody black get cooked in a movie. Captain America, that nigga Anthony Mackie ain't want to fight yet. He ain't want to fight yet. He had his own show and ain't want to fight. And now you got Aldous Hodge coming in here. He got his mask on and shit, and he getting his dick beat in. He's getting beat up. So it's like, nah, I'm all right, bro. I don't. Nope, don't want him. We got to find another one. We got to find one more. Somebody else must arrive. Tip, this is Washington, son. Come on in the room, son.
I thought he was coming up, and then John Major just kind of took over. So I guess we could slide John David back in.
Slide John David in. John David, keep your hands off people.
Yeah.
What I'm saying about it.
You got 2 years, his mom looks like she don't really take no shit. So, I think he's probably good. I think he's good.
He might be able to get him a Drake while Lil Wayne was in prison running. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Somebody take the mantle real quick.
Just hold it down
real quick.
Just hold it down until he come back. I think I was about to say conceal carry, but fuck that. I don't. That makes me depressed.
Y'all be prepared for GTA, bitch. You be prepared for the GTA shit, y'all.
Yeah, it makes me a little depressed. I guess we could just finish it off with something that is super light. Maybe not so much to everyone else, but we were kind of on superhero stuff. Blue Beetle. I have no idea what that is. I just saw it on Twitter. Is that a Marvel thing?
It's DC. Blue Beetle is a DC guy. But I mean, we know people. Once again, I'm not mad at people for showing me. Like, I expected it. Nobody like us. Nobody want nothing to do with us.
Now I'm depressed again. Fuck.
Yeah. There's no way to go. Whatever we talk about, niggas, nobody likes black people. No matter what we're talking about. The new CBA, nobody likes black people. It's like, no matter what we got on the rundown.
And it was some niggas negotiating this shit. It was like, wait, how did y'all go in there and get fleeced?
Get Chris Paul back.
What the fuck happened? What the hell?
Kyrie was in the room with this.
CJ, what the fuck happened? Like,
man,
nothing. Y'all came. The only thing y'all came back out with is y'all can smoke now. That was it. And y'all was doing that already.
Y'all was already doing that. Thanks, CJ.
Man.
I knew I ain't trust this nigga. Ever since I saw the vineyard, I was like, only retired niggas can have vineyards. You can't be open with your vineyard.
His high top goes like this in the back. It's weird. Like if you next time you see it from the side, it doesn't go straight up. It goes like it's weird. It's like he was laying on.
I try not to judge niggas. Try not to judge niggas by their haircuts, being that I don't have none. I don't want nobody to tell me how you away from outside the club, nigga. You can't get in.
But yeah,
shit. Blue Beetle shit, man. He was he's a character basically. From the easiest way to explain it, you understand like what Venom is, like the symbiote shit, alien, whatever. Yeah, same shit. Here's his tech.
Okay.
He's just Latino. Nothing to it.
But he's a hero and not a villain.
Hero, yes. Blue Beetle is a hero. Teen hero situation. So yeah, cool, cute. We're gonna get some fun movies. No problem there. The tweet was our first live action Latino superhero. And people saying, well, hold on. First Latino superhero, we already got Miles Morales over here. And then it rolled in. It was like, well, Miles ain't really what I would consider Latino. Like, his name is Morales. Well, his name
but
is
he
Morales,
looks black.
But his mom is Spanish. Then you get but he looks black. Y'all, there are black people who are also Latino. Come off it already. I know you know this because you make sure to try to weed them out through having your family members marry white men. I understand. Knock it off. But if you don't want to, whatever. We got plenty of niggas making babies with white people, so you know we'll
Making
it'll work its way back to the brown eventually. We'll
the
get it
Rihanna
together.
people.
But yeah, we'll get it. We'll figure it out. It'll come back around. It'll come back around to the brown. Believe that. We know you don't like this. It's gonna come back around to the brown, bitch. I don't know how to help you.
It is funny that you mentioned how, as far as claiming Miles, granted, whatever, it is what it is. His last name is Morales. But like you said, it'd be wild Hispanic people that be like, look, we ain't black. But then be wanting to say like nigga, like Fat Joe, I'm looking directly at you. Like you should not be saying that shit. And I'm looking at you, Charlamagne the guy, because the last time Fat Joe was on there, y'all and Envy, y'all let that nigga get away with that shit. And y'all let that nigga. I mean, I understand y'all ain't supposed to beat him up or anything, but you supposed to press him
Okay.
a little bit. You supposed to press him a little bit. Like, listen, I don't give a damn what neighborhood
See,
you grew up in, who you was around.
and, and you more. Hey, you more on that side than I am, because I'm just like, man, I don't know, bro. He was saying nigga before I was born, bro. I don't know, bro. Let him have it, dog.
Which there's that too. Which is that too. The only part that frustrated me was like how dismissive he was about it. Like I'm with it.
There we
Like
go.
that's fair. You know what? You've been saying it. What we gonna do now? It's been a part of your lexicon longer than it's been a part of mine. However, don't act like there's no merit
There we
for us
go.
to bring it up. Like, no, it's a fair point.
That's the same shit.
You
Hey,
probably
it's the
shouldn't
same
be
shit.
saying it.
All these black, it's the same. It's the same shit as how, like what you just said is how exactly I feel when Idris Elba does the. I don't want to be known as the black. What the fuck? Well, like people that have a problem with Brits playing Americans. That's the conversation. Like you just completely ignoring the claim is what makes it a problem. Actors should be able to act, and barring, you know, somebody being in blackface or somebody, dressed up as a race that they are not or being made to look like that, barring shit like that, you should be able to play people from different parts of the world. No problem with that. So him saying it, you shouldn't necessarily be able to say the shit. But I mean, if you say it and you've been saying it and the people around you ain't been checking your ass about it, I don't really. Yeah, I sound like my daughter right now. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. But once you do that whole shit and you get brought up and you be like, if you say, I've been saying this shit, shut the fuck up. If you do that, now we have a problem.
No, on your ass.
What you should have did was say, I understand. It's just really hard for me to stop saying it. But I'm just bumping that. Whatever the fuck. There's a better way to say it, to address it than what the fuck? Why can't I do it? Like, because we said you can't.
Or what you guys can just stop doing is just stop drawing a line between y'all and us. Like the only difference between y'all and us, to be fair, is a boat stop. Y'all niggas just got off a little
Well,
bit earlier. That's it. A lot of them. Some of them, I mean, y'all came from other places. But like y'all niggas got off the, and that I wish I would talk more about this because I know some people that don't really like talking about the triangle slave trade, and to the point where they say it's not true. And that's one of those things that just is like I want to rip this whole room apart. And that's another thing that why people always talk about like stop making it about race. I kept seeing that with the LSU shit. Like stop making everybody making things about race, and it's like we didn't do this. This wasn't us. We didn't. We don't want it to be about that. Trust me. It just when you
we're
put
still. We're not even talking about it. You just did it. Like you just did it. There's a team full of white girls doing the same shit the team full of black girls is doing, and you said, "Hey, no fair." We have to call that out.
just
We
because
guys
y'all
made it
didn't
about
say the
race.
words doesn't mean it wasn't about it. Like
Y'all
yeah,
got it. Y'all
yeah,
got it.
yeah,
Y'all got it,
yeah.
man. Y'all got it. I'm gonna let everybody play in the shit that they want to play in. But that's your instead of a sandbox, you play in your shit box. That's you. Have your cake and eat it too, man. I ain't finna say shit to nobody else about shit. Everybody make me mad. I'm about to get on the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take my ass to work, pay my fucking bills, and shut the fuck up. But y'all got it.
Stay low and build and
Once the
shock the
kids got killed,
gram.
hey, once the kids got killed, and they said, you know what we need? Everybody needs a gun. No background check. Once all this shit keeps happening, okay. All right, you guys got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I ain't saying shit about nothing. Y'all got it.
It just feels like the niggas that was like putting like crushing up pills and they lean and they're putting that with alcohol and it's like, oh, y'all niggas trying to die fast. Like y'all trying to race who could die faster.
Bingo.
That's what it feel like.
Bingo.
Oh, we just gonna let everybody get it. And I get it because there's people that be saying, well, I think we're not supposed to take them away. I ain't saying take them away. We just don't need that big fight. Like y'all don't need 100-round drums. Like we don't need that. I mean, I got a gun. I mean, I'm Florida. I'm here. I don't like it, but I got a house. I got a.
You know, I don't like it, but I have shit to protect. So I'm gonna have it. But you know, that's literally why do you need the 100-round drum? Why do you need it?
Why you need a banana clip?
Why do you need scopes, sir?
Yeah.
Why do you need the spec? Why
do you need a vest that stops a 50 cal bullet? Like, are you going to war?
Bro, have you seen the Tannerite shit? Are you up on the Tannerite shit? Little explosives.
Oh yeah,
you just buy at a Walmart. Like, we don't need it. We don't.
Have you ever been to the gun show when you were in Tampa? Did you ever go to the gun show?
Yeah, me and my pops went a couple times.
That is wow. Did you go like post
Trump? My uncle.
Did you go past 2016?
Fuck no.
Okay. First time I went was past 2016. There's a lot of MAGA hats in there. There's a lot of MAGA hats in there.
No sir.
It was wild to see.
See, the vendors don't mind me being there. However, I worked with all the motherfuckers around that time. I wasn't trying to catch nobody in traffic. But my uncle's a gunsmith, so he's like really big into all of that in that world. So yeah, he'd be having us at the range shooting and dabbling and everything. So and he does a lot of firearm training and everything. So like a lot of the people you was talking about with the MAGA hats, they know my uncle, and people at my job was like, hey, did your uncle get my shipment? It's like, y'all, look, okay, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm not a fan. I just don't want anybody to get hurt. I feel like what's A Christmas Story?
Yeah.
You'll shoot your eye out. So I feel like that's the thing. You still got my camera? Are you good?
Nah, it froze.
All right. I don't know how you want to do this. We could just technical difficulty and you can wrap it up and I'll just
not a big deal. If you're looking at it, you guys that watching, you'll probably see just Pat. He's got a face that's kind of like he's kind of giving you're giving what's old boy that's named that's married to Nicole Ari Parker. What's old boy name? Boris Kojo. Like that's what you was giving Boris Kojo in the froze. But yeah, that was it. That's episode 4.
Episode 4. Ended with a bang.
Another day, another crown. I'm switching hats for you guys because I think this is a pretty cool one. I'm a big fan of hats. So like and subscribe, comment, but nothing bad. 5 stars, nothing less than 5. The clips be going up. They're good clips. Stop hating, YouTube. Stop doing that. That's not fun. We was not bullying. And even if we was, them niggas deserve to be bullied. Sometimes you gotta shame niggas.
Oh shit. Hey. I'm gonna let you close. I'll talk about it later. My bad. I'm gonna let you close. My fault.
Yeah. All right. Hold on.